Hi, welcome to another team report for the New England Patriots. This is Nefarious, and this is going to be my in-depth team report that I bring to you every week. Lord knows if any of you watch this. If you have me on a schedule, I would watch it. I'll do a little deep dive into some players and all that, but the first thing we're going to do right now is look at the box score to our previous game that went down last night. Well, around midnight, so this morning. Um, so I played a AFC's divisional rival in the Miami Dolphins. As you could see, my offense was definitely better than his offense. But he called a good game. It was a lot of running and then passing off the run, and he didn't have a lot of time of possession, I don't think. Let me take a look. Yeah. He had 3 minutes less. So it's kind of odd how lopsided those numbers are. Almost 80 yards more than him on passing. Rushing, I got him by 80, almost 81. So that's kind of odd how lopsided that is, given that we both had a close time of possession. I want to say the same, but it was pretty close. As you could see, I had a couple more turnovers than he did. Let's see. What could have dictated that too is I think he had shorter field to work with on more occasions than I had, so that's probably why. One being a sack fumble by Kyle Shermer in the second quarter, I believe, and he was on my side of the field already, and he ended up scoring. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the player stats real quick. So Tua was very good this game. Held the ball, no forced throws, didn't throw into coverage. He found the open man every time, and played a really strong game. As you can see, 11 for 15 for a 73% completion percentage. His quarterback rating was 137.3, 187 yards and a touchdown. He wasn't used much, but when he was used correctly. It was a good game by the Dolphins there. Kyle Shermer had a great game. He has the one blemish, the interception. It was on a seam route. It looked open. I tried to bullet it in there, but his throw power is not high enough, I guess, even at 95 to make that throw. The wide receiver had about, I would say, between 5 and 10 yards separation from the corner, who was in a deep zone on a cover 3. So take it as it is. He made a play on a ball. He got there just in time to intercept it. I don't really blame Kyle on that, but it is what it is. But as you can see, a 94 rating, 252 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. He was 16 for 25 for a 64% completion percentage, and he is the man for the well, actually, Tua and Kyle were both the man in this game. Under 2 minutes, under 4 minutes, Kyle came down. We scored to put us up by 4, and then we handed the ball over to Tua with about a minute and a half left, or a little over a minute and a half. Tua went down. He scored, which put them up by 3 again. So Kyle got the ball with 23 seconds left. Well, we get the ball with 23 seconds left. Kyle led us down the field and with a game-winning touchdown with 5 seconds left on the clock. So it was definitely a nail-biting game, a great game. This is somebody that just actually showed up on a stat sheet for not the first time, but for the second time, and with more touches. I think last game he had like one rush for over 15 yards, but actually that got wiped off the board because of the game crash. So we got Sean Shivers here. I gave him the ball 12 times, as you can see, for 57 yards, 4.8 yards per clip, 2 touchdowns, um, along of 13. Najee only got the ball 7 times, but he made the most of it with 47 yards and almost 7 yards per carry. Um, Ronald Jones for Miami, we did a good job containing him. On the short field, he was able to run it in. I think his long was a 14-yard gain. Bryce Love. Started off rough. I think he had like 3 carries for 2 yards or something. So I kind of went over to Najee Harris, went over to Sean Shivers, just to switch it up. And then once in a while I'll go back to Bryce Love, and he was able to get a 23-yard run where most of his yards came from. So without that 23-yard run, he's 5 for 11. So that tells you how his day was. Drayvon McMillian, he used him a lot more than I thought. Ronald Jones, with his great speed, I thought he would use him pretty much the whole game. But McMillian had 7 carries for 18 yards, which was nothing to really look at. 1 touchdown. Yeah, there's nothing there. And as you can see, Ronald Jones fumbled and gave us a short field to work with. I think we only got a field goal out of it, though. Alright, let's take a look at the receiving. Rob Gronkowski was definitely my best receiver out there. He always found an open space in the zone. It was some easy picking when he was out there. He did a good job just getting open. As you can see, with 4 receptions. Bryce Love had 4 receptions. I can't even name them all, to be honest. I don't remember using them that much. But 15 yards, as you could see. So it was just little short stuff. Trevon Grimes finally hit the stat sheet. Well, in the game that I actually played, 3 receptions, 57 yards, no touchdowns. His long was a 23-yard gain. Jerry Jeudy absolutely burnt AJ Boye on a couple occasions. Just absolutely demolished him, especially under 2 minutes. On that streak, I ran a cover 3. He ran right by AJ Boye and caught it in the back of the end zone. So AJ Boye needs to step up. Sean Shivers, not a receiver mainly. He caught a big screen, and then I had him on the outside and ran him on a streak, and he was able to get it. So, after Boye gets burnt on the last drive with 23 seconds left, he runs a streak. I throw it down to him. He catches it and he holds on. That was the craziest thing about that. I thought he was going to drop it, but he held on and set us up in good position to win the game. Hold on 1 second. So he had a big catch. I think that was a 52-yarder. Great catch. Set us up to possibly win the game. Mike Gesicki, didn't really notice him. Sean Brown, didn't notice him either. Ronald Jones, obviously. And the man, the myth, the legend, the one that comes up with a big catch for us to win the game in the end zone, a contested jump ball, is Felton Davis III, which is night and day when it comes to his first season where he is now. His first season, he had a chance to win the game against the Pittsburgh Steelers week 1 on a contested catch in the end zone. He didn't even have to jump for it. It was just, he had it in his hands. It was a touchdown, but he had it knocked out. This time, he meant business. He went up there, he grabbed that ball, and he won us the game. What a catch by Felton Davis. What a freaking catch. Everybody else, nothing really to look at. like I said, Rob Gronkowski, Trevon Grimes was nice to get into the game. Bryce Love, but Felton Davis for that one catch was the biggest catch of the game, that's for sure. Alright, we'll go through sacks. I'm actually surprised he has this many sacks. I gotta look who got sacks on my team, because for most of the game, man, I couldn't get pressure. I would send an extra guy, I would do anything I can. Nobody could get pressure. I don't know why. I gotta go look at his offensive line. I didn't do much scouting on this team when I played him. Dave Andrews let up a sack. Let's see. Tackles, Jalen Thompson. Devin White, obviously, the best linebacker in the league. Natural. Notice. Alright. Devin White, great job. 9 tackles on the day. And he also had a sack. Let's see who else had sacks this game. Malcolm Brown got back there a couple of times, as you can see. Devin White, Samson Obukam, and Vic Beasley. So basically it was just the extra guy in pressure besides Vic Beasley and Malcolm Brown. Devin White and Obukam was on a couple blitzes up the middle. I guess I had a better chance of getting a sack up the middle than I did on the outside. So good tackle play out there in Miami. Let's see here. Donald Payne, Kwity Paye, and Quentin Bohanna. Can't say I know any of these guys. Maybe I'll take a look at them while we're doing this video. Let's take a look at interceptions. There was just the one, Tre'Davious White, the big signing from Miami. He was out there, made that interception. Closed in quick. It makes sense because he's quick, he's fast. Even though he looked like he was open by 10 yards, he was still able to get over there and grab that. Let's see if catches allowed has anything. No, that's like a broken stat in this game. There were a couple fumbles. As you can see, Vic Beasley got in there, forced a fumble, and Kwity Paye is the other one. Alright, that pretty much does it for the game. Like I said, if you didn't watch this game, go ahead and watch it. Just watch the end, pretty much. With under 2 minutes left, there was 3 lead changes. I went up with like a minute and 45 seconds. Then the Dolphins went down, he scored, and then with 23 seconds left, we went down and scored. It was a great game. Let me do a media question while I have you guys here. Am I gonna hurt myself by doing this media question? Let's see. Relax and focus. So, alright, let's go through this. I expect it to be a great game, but it's one I expect us to win. Alright, I expect our coach and staff to keep everybody relaxed and focused so we can go out and get a big one. You know, I'm just looking forward to watching a great game, 2 great teams, 1 great rivalry. It's going to be fun. You know, we'll do this one. With a win, 5%. With a loss, -20%. That's great. So we'll see, we'll see how that works out for us. It could be the curse of the media question. Let's take a look at our team stats while we're here. So after that game, Kyle Schumer is performing at a high level. As you can see, 745 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 67 completion percentage, almost 250 yards per game, and with a rating of 104. So he is playing great so far. Let's take a look at our rushing. Bryce Love is our leader right here with 6 yards per carry on 308 yards with 51 attempts. You got Najee, who's only got 3.2 yards per clip, which is sad. And as you can see, Sean Shivers is on our stat sheet for the first time. 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns from Bryce Love as well. Let's see. Average per game, 77. and with a longer 59. So there's nothing else to really go through. But Bryce Love has been a great addition, really helping out this team and helping us win games pretty much, giving a little cushion to Kyle Schumer, and really helping us 100% on that. Alright, so we're going to go through receptions. A.J. Brown is our leading receiver as far as receptions. Let's take a look at yards. A.J. Brown is also our leading receiver in yards. Next is Rob Gronkowski, who just came off a big game. Felton Davis hasn't been used much, but he has a couple of touchdowns, and so does Trevon Grimes. Hasn't been used much. I think a lot of that yardage and touchdowns comes from that sim game, but I'll take it. Bryce Love. Let's see here. Nick Eubanks had a great preseason. Hasn't really broke out in the regular season. I've been using more of the run block and tight ends, and haven't really why can't I find the word? Subbed him in. Oh my god, I couldn't find that word. It's way too early, I guess. Well, it's not way too early, but I just woke up, so. Shaq Mason let up 1 sack so far this year. Dave Andrews, my 2 best offensive linemen, and everybody else let up 2. So that's pretty good, especially with Isaac Weaver, the rookie, and Aaron Hagler, the second-year man. Especially after the first game he played, he started over Jackson. He let up two sacks right away. So since that game, 2 games, no sacks. So I'm happy with that. Alright, my tackle leader, no surprise there, even though he was out week 1. He's only played 3 games, but he's our tackle leader with 22. Tackles for loss, he's number 1 with 4. QB sacks, we got Vic Beasley, who got another sack on that game. He's got 6 so far. Devin White has 3. And then let's take a look at Josh Watson. Only 1, so that's a disappointment, especially from a man that had 15.5 last season. So hopefully he could come out of that and get a lot more sacks. Devin White, a couple interceptions. Jordan Lewis, an interception. Not a lot of interceptions this year for me. Jordan Lewis, Devin McCourty with pass deflections. Catches allowed. Devin White. Any touchdowns? I don't think we have any touchdowns. Yeah, no touchdowns, so. But Devin White is definitely the guy that gets things going for my team as far as the defensive side. Let's see. Alright, so what I want to do is anything I want to change to the team, I'm going to do it while I'm doing my team report. So, strategy, whatever, I don't care. You guys don't watch, so I don't even have to worry about it. Alright, let's take a look. I want to look at my scheme. I might change my scheme. As you can see right now, I'm running a vertical power run and a base 3-4. I'm gonna keep the base 3-4. I might change the vertical power run. We'll go through everything and see what best fits, especially with the emergence of Bryce Love and Sean Shivers, who's gonna be used a lot more, especially with that dangerous speed. Alright, let me take you into one of my players. I'll do a little player report. It's not gonna be the obvious players, it's gonna be somebody that I'm building, obviously. Let's do a player report on Shivers. Alright, so we got Sean Shivers here. Great speed, 96 speed, 89 acceleration, 83 agility, so that's terrible. Good carrying, good ball carrier, decent ball carrier vision for a 69. Can't truck, doesn't have a stiff arm. Great juke move. Terrible spin move. Elusiveness is also low. Basically 88 injury, so that needs to be worked on. But basically with Sean Shivers, he's a one-trick pony. He is a speed guy. He's small. He's got a quick upgrade. He's not necessarily quick because of his agility and acceleration, but he's small and fast. When he gets in the open field, that's when he's dangerous. 5'7", 182 pounds. Out of Auburn. So he's somebody. I want to take a look at his progression. So I just did get an upgrade 2 for him. As you can see, he got a +1 on elusiveness, carry, and break tackle, and +3 on awareness. So um, let's see what got him there. So team goal, get 4 sacks. He got XP for that. Team goal, 250 yards or less. Beat your rival, got XP for that. Milestone goal, a rushing touchdown. 30 downs played, 31 kick return yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 receptions, 82 receiving yards, and 57 rushing yards, and good focus training. So we got a +6 upgrade, 801 total XP this week, and a +1 to his confidence. So it was a good week for Sean Shivers all in all. I might keep building him, have my own little cheese back like Dallas and like the Ravens. But with that agility and acceleration is going to take a lot of work, a lot of XP. But yeah, that's going to pretty much be it for the team report. I can't really think of anything else to go into. Like I said, a great game if you didn't watch it. Keys to the game would probably be the quarterback play was one of them, and also a key was those clutch drives at the end. So it was a great game by Dolphins, great game overall. Hopefully we can get Sean Shivers into the lineup more and keep using him. He had a lot of big plays in that, a couple of touchdowns, and hopefully AJ Boye could start locking people up instead of giving up streaks all day. But that's gonna do it for me. I'll be doing a league report soon. Y'all have a good day until and then I'll see you later on. Alright.